Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. So in today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to properly draft a shoulder bustier pattern. So guys, if this is your first time visiting our channel, do not forget to hit on the like and the subscribe button. Always turn on your notification bell so you can get update from us whenever we post a new video. Okay, so if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always watching our videos. Do not hesitate to drop a comment, share these videos. So guys, let's get straight into the video. The required measurements needed for this pattern drafting is the bust measurement, the waist measurement, the bust point, which is the same thing as from the shoulder to the nipple, the half length, that is from the shoulder to the waist, that's the upper waist, then the shoulder measurement, and also the bust span, which is the same thing as the nipple to nipple measurement. So these are the basic requirements needed for this pattern drafting. So guys, for this, the half length that we're going to be using is 16. So I went ahead to measure 16 like you see me doing. Measure 16, whatever your half length is. So I'm just going to connect with my straight ruler. Okay, so guys, after I was done doing that, I went ahead to measure my bust point, and my bust point is 11. That is from your shoulder to your nipple. Okay, so mine is 11. I just went ahead to mark 11, and I went ahead to connect with my straight ruler. So this is my bust point. So I'm going to place my tape on the shoulder. I'm going to be measuring from your shoulder to your under bust, and the measurement I'm working with is 14.5. So from your shoulder to your under bust, go ahead and measure like you see me doing. So here is our under bust measurement, and this is our half length. So guys, from the bust point, you should be familiar with this. If you've been following my videos, you're just going to go up by 1.5 to get your chest line. So guys, here is our chest line. So I'm going to be imputing our shoulder measurement, and the shoulder we are working with is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So I went ahead to mark 7.5, and I came down by 1 inch, and also 2.5 inch to get our shoulder slope. Just watch what I'm doing and make sure you extend this shoulder slant. Okay, just go ahead and mark your shoulder measurement on your chest line, which is the same thing as 7.5. So guys, I went ahead to connect just like you see me doing to get our armhole line. So guys, the next thing I went ahead to do, I'm going to impute my bust span measurement, which is 8 divided by 2 is 4. So go ahead and mark 4 inch on the chest line and also on the half length so you can get a straight line. Okay, next I'm going to be imputing our from the neck width. Just take your measurement and measure to your armhole line, get the midpoint. Okay, and the midpoint is 2.5. So I'm going to connect from that point on our shoulder slope to the bust point. Just watch what I'm doing. If you don't understand what I'm saying, you're going to be connecting this together. So guys, from the bust point, I'll come down by 1 inch. Okay, just go ahead and mark 1 inch on the bust point, come down by 1 inch. Then on the waistline, just go ahead and mark 1 inch on both sides. The dart intake is going to be 2 inch. Okay, so at the under bust, you're going to make it 1.25 on both sides. Go ahead and mark 1.25 on both sides. So the under bust is going to be bigger than the half length, the measurement we use on the waistline. So go ahead and connect these 2 points together. Then I'm going to use my curve to get my curve. Just connect from your under bust to the bust point using our curve. Okay, just go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Go ahead and connect like you see me doing. So guys, after I was done doing that, this is what it looks like. On the shoulder, we're going to impute our dart, and you're going to just take 1 inch on both sides. just go ahead and take 1 inch. So the dart intake is 2 inch on the shoulder. So I'll connect from that point to my bust point. So from the bust point, I'll go up by 1 inch. Just go ahead and mark 1 inch from the bust point so that we can connect the shoulder darts. So go ahead and connect using your straight ruler. Can you see what I'm doing? So from that point, go ahead and connect using your straight ruler. So guys, after I was done connecting, this is what it looks like. So on the armhole line, I'm going to take the measurement from my shoulder slope to my chest line and get the midpoint of that armhole line. Okay, so the midpoint, just go ahead and give it a mark. Then from that point, you go in by 0.5 inch. Okay, so just take note of that point. Okay, so I'm going to replace this dart on the shoulder. Can you see the dart intake is 2, so I'm going to replace it after our armhole line. Just go ahead and mark 2 inch. Then on this, at this other point, just make sure you are going to take your dart intake. We are going to be cutting that place off, so the dart intake around that area is 1 inch. So just go ahead and mark 1 inch on that point where we came in by half of an inch. Go ahead and place your tape there and mark 1 inch. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just watch what I'm doing. Then on the chest line, I'm going to be dividing my bust measurement by 4. Whatever I have, I'll impute it on my chest line. So guys, I'm going to be connecting these 3 points from the point from my shoulder, the armhole line, and also the center of the armhole, and also the chest line. So go ahead and position your curve in a way that it will touch the 2 points. So just like you see me doing, this is now our new armhole curve. Okay, so guys, the next thing we are going to do, I'm going to replace, I'm going to be cutting it off. So I have half of an inch. We are going to replace that, okay, on our chest line. Just go ahead and extend this line. And also I'll be imputing our seam allowance. You can use 1.5 or 2 inch, but for this I'll be using 2 inch. Then on the waistline, my waist measurement divided by 4 is 6.5, is 7.5. So the dart intake is 2. Replace your dart and add your seam allowance of 2 inch. So guys, I went ahead to connect from my chest line to my waistline using my straight ruler. So this is what you should have. So guys, we are almost through with this. Yes, we are almost through with this. So next we're going to be working on the neck. So guys, I'm going to be folding this dart intake, the dart on the shoulder. Just go ahead and fold like so that we can be able to cut out the neck. Just watch what I'm doing. If you don't understand what I'm saying, go ahead and fold like so. Okay, just take your time. And guys, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, do well by subscribing to our channel. Okay, as you can see, our shoulder measurement is still the same thing, which is 7.5. So for the neck depth, I'm going to be using 4 inch. Okay, so 4 inch is okay for me. Then for the neck width, you decide to use 4 or 5 or 3 inch. Okay, so I'm just going to connect because I'll be making use of 4 inch. So this is actually not necessary. If I just folded this so that you can see. If you want to use 5 inch as the neck width, so you just have to fold, then you mark out your 5. Okay, but this is totally fine. So I'm just going to open it up like so. Here is our bustier pattern. So I'll go ahead now and cut this out. Just watch what I'm doing. Cut through the lines that we just marked. We are going to be cutting off these darts. So this is the neck, and remember, my paper is actually on fold. So if you are also transferring to your fabric, make sure your fabric should be on fold. Just go ahead and cut this out just like you see me doing. This is not difficult to do. Guys, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do well by subscribing to our channel. Okay, we have so many things, we have amazing things, amazing content to offer. So guys, this is it. Just go ahead and cut this out. So guys, after I was done cutting, this is what it looks like. Can you see? Here is our center, front and the side. When you open it up, this is what it looks like. Okay, can you see? This is what it looks like. So we'll go ahead and draft the back. So for this back, I'm going to be having zipper behind, so go ahead and mark 1.5 for the zipper allowance. So I'm just going to be marking 1.5. Okay, then I'm going to connect with my ruler. This will serve as our zipper allowance. So the next thing I went ahead to do, I'm going to be imputing our bust point, which is 11. Like we did for the front, you are going to repeat the same thing. Go ahead and mark your bust point and rule it out like so. This is our bust point. Then from the bust point, I'm going to be marking the half length, which is 16. Okay, so place your tape on the shoulder and measure from your shoulder to your waist, which is 16. Go ahead and mark it out. So guys, this is our half length or the waistline. So from the bust point, I will go up by 1.5 to get my chest line. So guys, just go ahead and connect like you see me doing. This is our chest line. Okay, so I'm going to impute our shoulder measurement. Remember, the shoulder we are working with is 15, divided by 2 is 7.5. So I'm going to be marking 7.5 and also 2.5. Ensure you are not taking your measurements after before the zipper allowance. So you're going to take it after the zipper allowance. Come down by 1 inch to connect your shoulder slope, and I'm going to be imputing my shoulder measurement on the chest line, which is the same thing as 7.5, in order to get my armhole line. So guys, go ahead and connect like so. So I'm going to be dividing my bust measurement by 4, and what I have is 9.25. So I'm going to connect this together to my armhole lines to get my armhole curve. So for the half length, I will impute my bust span measurement, which is 8, divided by 2, which is 4. Go ahead and mark 4 inch on your chest line and also on the half length. So the dart intake is going to be 1 inch, half of an inch on both sides. So I'm going to connect this to my chest line. Here is our dart intake, which is 1 inch. Okay guys, we are almost through with this. Next, we are going to be imputing our waist measurement. The waist divided by 4, what we are working with is 7.5. Then you are going to replace your dart intake of 1 inch, replace that, then you add your seam allowance of 2 inch or 1.5, as the case may be. Also remember to add your seam allowance at the bust point, at the chest line. So I went ahead to connect using my straight ruler. So for the neck width, I'm going to be using neck width of 4 inch, and the neck depth, you could use 5, 4 or 6. This totally depends on what you want. Okay, so I went ahead to connect with my curve. So guys, on the half length, because we want to avoid bulginess at around the zipper area, you can go up by 1 inch or 1.5. So I went up by 1 inch, so I'm going to connect to my side. Just watch what I'm doing. So go ahead and connect like so. So we are almost through with this. I will just go ahead and cut this out. Our back bodies or back pattern is ready. Go ahead and cut. After I was done cutting, this is what it looks like. Here is our back pattern and this is our front pattern. So guys, if you find this helpful, do not forget to like and give us a thumbs up, share this video and subscribe to this channel. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do so, kindly do so, and so this channel can keep on growing. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for helping my channel to grow. I sincerely appreciate this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.